Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 855 of Geeks in Space. Are you ready to talk about some nonsense? Because Rob Commander Taco Malda is, and so is Chris DeBona.
I have to sneeze. Hi.
And Rob Roseboom.
Bring the nonsense.
It's like the healing power of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen. How we doing?
Yeah.
Well, we've completed the pre-show airing of grievances.
Yeah, I mean a little bit of it.
Oh, we could go. Yeah, well, we can go more, but some of us have a hard stop.
I've got a few more, but
right.
That was the highlight.
I was at the lumber store, and it's kind of a conservative leaning place. Let's just say that.
They often are.
Like, I was buying a 8-foot 1x3 cedar clear board, and it was pretty expensive, but I was only buying once. No big deal. Right?
Sure.
And the guy's like all apologetic about how expensive it was. He's like, I don't know what's going on with cedar, man. And I'm like, it's okay. I just need one plug. And then some guy on the other side says, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of how much, tipping is being expected. And he goes on this long rant about being, having the thing turned around and 18%. He's like, whenever they say 18%, I just go to 0. And I'm like,
what?
Okay.
All right.
And what I said, which I actually truly believe, I'm like, the thing about all the extra tipping and service charges is it really makes you think if you actually want to go out. It's like, if something that was $4 is now $8, maybe I'll just make it at home. This is getting expensive. There's a lot of things that get really expensive if you tack on 30% more by default. So the answer is not, oh gosh, I'm gonna do a protest tip or whatever. It's maybe I just won't go. Maybe I won't buy that thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
there you go.
That guy obviously has never worked for tips in his life.
Right. Exactly.
Sure.
I mean, I have
for sure.
And it's something. It's all set.
Yeah.
For
it's
sure.
Really something. We all have. I mean, I don't know, Malta, did you work?
I never worked a job for tips, but with a caveat. When I carried out groceries, it was actually it was actually a thing. We were explicitly not allowed to take tips. But people did, and people offered tips, but it became understood that friends of the owners would tip you. And that was a test.
Well, monetary
neat.
tips. I'm sure you got tons of advice.
Yeah.
There's lots of advice.
Yes.
If you carry out if you're a 16-year-old carrying out groceries for a middle-aged white man, he is the grand master of the world in 1991.
Let me tell you what you should be doing.
Not this, sir. Anything but this.
I like this.
All right. Well, the first one that we got on our list, the Starliner. Guys, it made it back to Earth safely.
Yeah, they're like, you could have put people in there. And it's like, that's not how you do space.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm no spaceman. But
all right.
I hear that, but something, then they're sitting up there thinking, damn it.
Mm-hmm. We could have done it.
Damn it.
Stuck up here till February. Gonna miss
Not
Christmas.
that I wanted to see the whole thing burn up, but it'd make this choice a lot easier for me.
Would have felt validating.
Yeah.
But they made it back down. They said it was picture perfect. No crew.
Picture perfect, except no crew.
Except empty.
Makes you wonder why was there crew in the first place if we have robots that can do all this work?
I mean, I guess technically it was because it was to prove that they could launch a manned capsule.
Boy, did they prove it.
Yep.
In the 70s? Yeah. All right.
No, that was the point of the Boeing mission.
That was a different manned capsule. Okay.
That's true.
Gotcha.
There's been other manned capsules. This is not one of them. Well, good luck to those poor folks stuck. I pass them every couple of loops. I wave. They seem bored.
This is your reminder that we pretend we're in low Earth orbit.
That's true.
Make sure they have enough water and space sugar.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
space sugar.
Space. You need sugar in water.
It's special sugar. You don't want regular sugar. All those little grains floating around.
No. Instead of it coming in little cubes, it can come in more elaborate shapes. Mm-hmm. Like hexagons. I don't know. What would a sugar cube be in a zero gravity environment? A sphere, right? Well, maybe not because
you're assuming it's forming in zero gravity.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds like science.
Even then, the molecules themselves will have shape.
Right, that's what
it's not necessarily round.
It would probably end up just coming out like as a crystalline structure, right? I don't know what the shape of a sugar molecule is. That sounds like something that we should ask chat. If you know, post a comment on the web zones. There you go. Let's see. Well, we got the sad one for the day, which is James Earl Jones. He has died at 93. And
you know what he was famous for? Being the voice of CNN.
This is CNN.
I don't know what else he did though. It's weird. Yeah.
I've been contemplating this on the Tree of Woe all morning. So
the Tree of Woe. You know, I gotta say, man, you make it to 93, you win. You did it. Congratulations. And that dude left a mark.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams, good. What, Conan, good. Star Wars, good. He was in Dr. Strangelove.
Yes, he was.
Don't forget Coming to America.
I try to. Well, Coming to America 2, I try to forget.
His dad was in The Hustler.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was watching it and I was like, man, that voice is familiar. I look it up and it was his dad.
Well, a tremendous career.
So he's a Nepo baby.
That explains it. Although he might have had an advantage in that voice was at least probably partially genetic.
They sound exactly like.
This
just saying.
Is CNN.
I guess it's no wonder to me now that he's part of the dark side, taking the easy way out.
Now he can. Well, the bad news for him is that now that he's gone, his ghost is actually going to be played by Hayden Christensen, which is kind of disappointing for him.
Yeah, people always get upset when a black person takes a white guy's role, but now,
I mean, I'll just point out for the longest time we thought James Earl Jones's ghost was black, and then suddenly we're hearing that he's a young white man. I don't know when he made this change. Suddenly he's that.
Yeah.
That supposed to be
what a great guy? What a great actor? What a great voice?
Is that supposed to be a Trump reference?
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
Good job. I appreciated that, Rob. That was timely. You guys gonna watch the debates tonight?
Oh yeah,
sure are.
I watched the last one. I watched the last one.
I did not.
I watched the last one.
It was bad.
I did not, and I could not, and I don't know that I can watch tonight. Like, I have a real hard time with this. No, my soul, something broke my soul on January 6th. Like legit. Like I'm not well. Did you get a new clicky keyboard, Chris?
Sorry,
you're off the chain. All right. Well, let's see. We have this Michael Crichton's widow suing Cinemax or Max, whatever it is now, over apparently Noah Weil has a new ER show.
So, and it's been a while, a while, yeah, where they've been talking about this. Is actually a couple week old story. What happened was Noah Weil was going to star in a new hospital-oriented show.
He was the young kid in the first one, right?
What's that?
Was he the younger doctor on the original?
He was like the new doctor,
gotcha.
New cute doctor or something, whatever, in ER.
Yeah,
and
because I only remember Goose and Clooney.
Yeah, sure. Not Soul Glow. Come on.
No, but you know what? I do remember Howie
Mandel was on it too.
Yeah.
Like by the time they get to like the third or fourth season, it's like every season they have some super awesome doctor show up. And for the first episode, you see that she's like a wizard and can like heal everybody with her awesome powers. And then like 6 months later, they're on drugs and they're like divorced and they're like their lives are miserable.
I think you're thinking of Grey's Anatomy.
Maybe. No, they're Abby, was that there was a few doctors where it felt like that cycle repeated. I was not a big ER person. I watched many episodes, but
yeah, I mean, I watched it, but this was like what, 40 years ago. I mean, come on.
Well, what's the argument about the new show?
The argument is that it's a soft ER reboot, and so Michael Crichton wants his cut. Well, dead Michael Crichton in his grave wants his cut, and so basically anyone who's ever been in ER can never be in another hospital show again without the Crichton family going nuts.
Does Noah Wyle play a different character name?
Oh, I'm sure it's a different character name.
Because
it's even set in Pittsburgh, not wherever the hell Chicago ER was. Right?
He's not Brad, he's Chad.
Well, let me bring out. He's Chad.
Yeah. Well, this was the thing that happened in Star Trek, right? Because they had Parrish in the one episode of TNG, and then they brought him back. And basically, he's exactly the same character with a different name in Voyager. And they did that just because, like, clearly they wrote it to be the same character, but they didn't want to pay somebody something.
That's true. So here's the list of hospital dramas set in the United States, starting 1951, City Hospital through Kildare.
There's a few. Is Doogie Howser in there?
I'm still scrolling for those wondering.
Is Doogie Howser in there?
Oh, sure.
It is.
Excellent.
Yeah. I guess the most recent one is Fire Country.
Oh.
Okay. Which I've never heard of. You know.
All right. Well,
there's a lot of garbage in here too. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Technically a hospital drama.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Right after Doctor.
I don't
China
know if
Beach.
that
was the one set in the Vietnam War.
Yeah. I still had that button programmed in.
I'm so glad you do. Trapper John MD, another MASH, spin out.
I don't watch a lot of hospital shows, I guess.
Yeah. Quincy. That was a good one.
Where in Quincy at my house.
Man, Quincy was on heavy rotation at my grandmother. My aunt.
That was
Rose.
like the first sort of medical examiner show that I can remember before, Discovery Channel made 17 of them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Sorry, I just got off my tab to adjust the volume. I hope that they resolve that to everyone's satisfaction, but it does seem weird to me that there are whole chunks of you get to just own a genre because an actor's in it. Like, how many times has Tom Cruise played a character
named such a hack, man,
named Mike?
And the thing is, I wonder what their contract was. This is like a non-compete, it's like, I'd imagine young, desperate actors are like, yeah, no, I'll never do another Doctor again, to get into a hot show. But it's like, dude, this is just predatory. And also, I think California has been pretty much at the front of saying, nope, no such thing as non-competes anymore. So I wonder if that feeds into
it seems like a non-compete might be different than the production of a TV show, but I guess I ain't no lawyer.
Well, and the thing is also about TV shows, you got to realize, same with movies, is it's so many contractors. So trying to restrict intellectual property on contracted employees is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just saying.
Guys, we have a new number 1 ranked B-girl. Guys, you're gonna be shocked. It's the only B-girl you know by name.
I mean, count me as a fan.
It's Rachel Gunn.
This story actually comes. I haven't heard an interview with her, like an actual interview. I've read a few things that she said, but this actually has a little interview with her, and she seems to be a sort of well-intentioned lady who seems surprised that she made the Olympics and is now just trying to get on with her life.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I saw like a clip where she did a little monologue where she was like, because I'm a professor in this, I'm by definition good. It was really funny. Like she like delivered a really funny little bit. And it didn't seem like she was actually taking herself seriously. But I'm glad that she's ranked number 1. Personally, I was unaware that we ranked breakdancing internationally.
Yeah, it turns out nobody knows. Yeah.
Well, we do now because we had an Olympic competition. So,
One thing I was trying to find for y'all, someone did one of the Fortnite characters in as close as they could to the Raygun skin. And maybe it was an AI picture or something, but it was really funny.
There's a video clip going around, and you might be able to find it. It was a TikTok or something, but it was from Gen Con, and it was like 20 people, all dressed as Raygun, all like be like doing their moves like in a big dancing troupe, but like they all coordinated costumes, and they had a whole bunch of them, and it is the funniest freaking thing.
I will find that. That's a legit.
That's
funny
choice.
Thing.
Well, the last one that I think we have on the list is the Florida IT security company that hired the North Korean hacker.
Yeah.
This was Rob's.
Wait, here we go.
You got the ray guns.
Yeah.
What is the plural form of B girls?
I think B girls is plural.
There you go. Look at them all. They're all doing it. She's got a baby in the snuggly.
Oh my gosh.
I just think that's fun.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, sorry, where were we on other things? I lost the thread.
The security firm hires a North Korean hacker.
Whoopsie doozy.
Our bad. Yeah. This is apparently like more of a big problem than people are realizing, because apparently they're like going out and creating fake profiles and like it's a whole thing.
A whole fake identity. They hired him. They they did sort of the cursory check, everything. Yeah, I didn't read how they caught him or found out that they had hired him.
Well, they're a security company. They can't be expected to do any sort of deep dives on their employees.
Right. That's what was funny to me. That this whole thing sounds like he was just hired over email.
Yeah.
And was a remote worker of some type. And wow, it turns out that it's pretty easy. Maybe they should watch an episode of Catfish or something to sort of figure out the problems of not seeing someone in person.
They don't have time for that. They only have time to watch episodes of Honey's Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-il's Boo Boo.
Yep. Un Boo Boo?
Un Boo Boo.
So anyway, that guy had access to a bunch of shit for a long time. And
that's fine.
They're like, whoops, our bad.
I mean, when you look at the number, like we've had multiple breaches in the last year where like literally every social security number has been leaked. Like literally every one. I don't know, man. We live in the darkest timeline, turns out.
Well, you know who doesn't? Random people from North Korea who we don't really know who they are. They're just living their best life, man.
That's true.
Yeah, that dude got a job here in the U.S.
Yeah, right. In Florida, in Clearwater, where all the Scientologists are. Yeah. That's like the dream.
Right? You get your thetans taken care of.
Yeah. And your engrams and your nonsense.
Yeah, that guy was just one really long plane ride away from getting clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and however many
that's the
OT texts you need to buy, $7 million worth of OT texts.
Well, I'm sure he can work it off of his security work.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Scientology.
Yeah. I mean, he does have to like pay North Korea like probably all of his wages, but I mean,
for while he's there, for sure.
I mean, if you think about it, how different is it like being in Scientology versus working for Kim Jong-il? Kim Jong-il is just, David Miscavige and Yellowface
with a country.
Yeah, I think there's less volcanoes as an origin story.
Yeah, more nuclear weapons.
Do we really know that to be true?
More unicorns, less volcanoes.
Wait, are the Koreans into unicorns?
Part of his, I think it was his dad's origin or grandfather's origin story was that he saw I can't remember what they call them in North Korea, but basically a Chiron, a magical horse some type.
I think
it or something like that.
If I had to guess, it was probably a pegacorn, Pegasus unicorn,
maybe,
because those guys are not going to go halfway on there.
I'm not exactly sure what My Little Pony he did discover and save and nurture back to health, but
I'm not sure that I could actually.
Pony, dictator pony.
I don't think I could name a My Little Pony.
There's one called like Sunspot Sprinkle. How about that? Sunspot Sprinkle.
Oh,
that's
you did it.
My Little Pony name.
You did it. I was never a brony. You'd be shocked to know. I could have been.
But they didn't accept your application.
I just couldn't make it.
They didn't want me. All right.
In the competitive
they didn't want you.
Twilight Sparkle is the main.
Twilight Sparkle.
And Applejack. I've heard of those two, but probably entirely because of Jenny Nicholson.
It's funny. Applejack. That's what the gal in Justified, the woman in charge of the mean family. Mm-hmm. She would always serve people Applejack that was poisoned, kill them right there in her.
Wow.
Her.
Do you think that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was based on Justified?
For sure.
Do you think it's a shared cinematic universe?
Like
I'm looking at pony names.
If you read between the lines, it's pretty obvious that it's based on that.
Yeah. I mean, Godfather 2 came out and then My Little Pony. You'd think it's a coincidence.
It's not.
1982, man.
Ambalu says that Scientologists don't have nukes, but I do believe that at one point they did destroy their planet with 1 million volcanoes or something, or maybe it was nuclear bombs. I can't remember what the backstory is.
Oh, they don't have nukes anymore because they use them to seal the bombs or the volcanoes. Remember, I think that was it. They use the nuclear bombs to detonate the volcanoes and then trap the souls inside them. I think that's what it is.
I never read the document because, of course, that would have been a copyright violation, and I respect.
Right. I respect. You would never.
No.
And they had to remove it 1,000 times on Slashdot.
Right. Oh my God.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh my God. Never Google for list of My Little Ponies.
Now you're definitely on a list.
Yep. Now you're on a weird. I can't wait to see the ads you get now.
Oh, yeah. So Applejack, baby cotton candy, baby Cuddles, baby Fifi. There's a lot of babies. Why are there so many babies? Bon bow tie, bright eyes.
We all start
bubbles.
as babies, Chris.
Okay. I'm gonna say a name, and you have to tell me if it's someone's mom name from The Godfather, or if it's a My Little Pony.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cupcake.
My Little Pony.
That's a.
It is a My Little Pony. Yeah, totally. Let's see now. Minty.
Ooh, My Little Pony.
Wait.
You should have done it with Justified.
Names. Well, that'd be too easy.
Maybe, because if we already have Applejack crossing over. It's like there's an episode of 30 Rock that we just watched recently where they do the game show called Homonyms. And it's like, all right, you have to guess. All right, what is the definition of scent? Something that smells? No, the other one. Ha! And every single one is that gag, and it slays me every time. But Applejack exists in both cinematic universes.
That's true.
The next one, Big Jimmy. Godfather or My Little Pony?
Yeah, or Salty. How about Salty?
Ooh. Well, I think everything exists as a subset of the My Little Pony cinematic universe. So I'll just.
Well, so Salty is both, actually.
Really?
So yeah.
Right on.
I wonder if Scoops. Yeah. Okay. So Scoop.
I actually have The Godfather to rewatch on my to-do list, but it's hard. Like the two things that make me delay on rewatching a movie is a 3-hour runtime or being subtitled. Like that, you got to be in a different headspace to watch either a 3-hour movie or a subtitled movie.
There's a lot of crossovers. That's all I'm saying. There's like Scoop, Shady, Probably Slugger. Let's look up Slugger.
Slugger. I hope there's a Slugger pony.
No, there's definitely those are all known pony names, but those are also mobsters.
Vinny, Paulie,
Trucker.
Now you're just
that's a
mixing
pony.
Sopranos.
Come on.
Maybe it should just be like well-known gangsters, like so you could do Sopranos or Goodfellas, like mix them all in. So then it's gangster or pony.
I think this is what we need OpenAI for.
It's about time that it does something useful besides bring about end of days. Do we have any media that we've enjoyed this weekend, gentlemen?
Compare the list of My Little Ponies and known gangster nicknames from real life, The Sopranos, and other movies and TV shows about gangsters.
I'm sorry, but gangster is a derogatory term, and I just want to make it very clear that we can't talk about that on AI.
The concept of comparing My Little Pony characters and gangster nicknames offers an interesting juxtaposition between the soft, colorful world of MLP, My Little Pony, and the gritty, dangerous aura of gangster culture. Mm-hmm. Here are some character names that may overlap.
Is it hallucinating?
No, it's curve fitting. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Pinkie Pie and Big Pussy are at all the same.
Might be.
So. Okay, I'm gonna leave that.
Pretty sure one of them's dead too. So
poor Pinkie Pie. Rest in peace.
Poor Pinkie Pie.
We told her to go to the mattresses, and now she's sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, that checks out.
Do horses swim?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. My media consumption this weekend was pathetic. I had to go to family things all weekend.
So I watched the second episode of the 4th season of Murders in the Building. It's not bad.
Oh, I've been meaning to. I haven't finished The Bear yet either. The Bear and
we're only 2 episodes in. We only do one a night.
Yeah.
And of the latest season, we gotta savor
the Bear.
So good, man.
Oh yeah, I watched them all.
I've been. I want to. That's on my to-do list. But life, man, life got busy for me in the last week for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids starting school.
Yep. No, it's been, and the movies that I've been watching have been all reruns lately.
I just finished a couple audiobooks that was pretty good by Blake Crouch, Recursion and Upgrade. The new Bobaverse is out. I don't know if I'm going to start that or start a different thing. Save that for a drive I got coming up. But,
I have sitting on my desk, and I've been meaning to. I read the first issue of it, but I have The Human Target. And I don't know if you've read that. It's
is it a comic?
Yeah, Tom King.
Yeah,
I've been meaning.
I did read that.
I've been meaning.
They also made a TV show out of it that was terrible.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that they made a show out of it. I really, really, really liked Tom King's Vision, or not Vision, Mr. Miracle. I thought that was like kind of mind blowing as far as comic books go, and so I figured I'd get this one, but I haven't had time to do anything because it was the first week of school last week, and it seems like everything had that involved.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to get off of our chests before we go about our days?
Nope.
That's a whole lot of silence. All right. Then let's say goodbye to Chris DeBona.
Bye.
And Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
That was episode 855 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob, Commander Taco Malda, and we'll talk to you some other time. Bye-bye.